ready to start. Whenever you're ready.
Good morning or evening, friends. It is I, Wise Guys, and I am back once again with the Falke. We are going to look at these games, and we're going to focus on four main things. There are four aspects that I want to focus on to step my game up. And those four aspects are going to be: number one, observation; number two, opportunity; number three, execution; and number four, creation. I'll get to that in a second. There's going to be 3 matches in this particular video. The first one's kind of scrubby. I'm sorry, the guy didn't leave. But I wanted to put this one in there first and foremost to kind of just show you what it's like to watch your opponent and to see what he's giving you. I remember playing this particular match. He struck me as somebody who didn't know what he was doing, or who was starting in the infancy stages of the game. Number one, like I said last time, if you see a lot of grabs, you're kind of looking at the notion that they are not super familiar with the character. He knows special moves, and he knows throws. That's pretty much all he's been doing. Now that was pretty good because he did get the anti-air, but you know, it is what it is. And as you see, he ran through me pretty quick. I made a lot of bad decisions in reacting. I observed what he was doing, but I didn't go any further than that. So now that I have observed what he's doing from observation, kind of see what patterns he's giving me. I know he likes to throw a lot. I know he likes to jump a lot. Those are 2 very new mistakes. So I now have opportunities to stop him. He's still jumping. I'm going to start checking him on the jumps. I've observed that he likes to grab as soon as he gets in close. So I can kind of get around his grabs. Still jumping, so I'll still watch. He plays pretty reckless, actually. Once you've got your observation and you can see the opportunities that you have. See, I know he grabs a lot, so I start countering his grabs. And a counter grab is just you press grab when he presses grab. Once I see that, it's time for me to execute my plan. Because he likes to jump a lot, I need to stay at a certain distance from him to where he thinks dashing forward is dangerous, but he also feels like jumping in is going to be his best bet. Also, on wake up, because I observed him trying to grab a lot, in other words, right when I go down or fall down, he's right there trying to grab me. Because I've observed that, I know I have an opportunity to usually use like the uppercut, no, I can't think of the name of that move. The Schneider, there it is. The EX Schneider, it does go through those EX, or not EX, but it goes through those regular throws. So I know if he's going to be throwing, I can use the EX Schneider and I'm going to get away with it. I know if he's not blocking like that, I can execute my bread and butter combos. Now that was bad execution on my part, but I'm still getting hits in. And again, my goal is to take my time and execute. Now, once I've observed my opponent, I've seen the opportunities that are there, I've executed my game plan, it's my turn to create a new chance to start all this over again. So, big thing in Street Fighter is the knockdown. Once I knock him down, I need to be setting him up for what's coming next. That's just awesome. Because once he's on the ground, he has to start thinking, you know, what's his best plan of escape? How's he going to deal with whatever I've got coming? And it's difficult for him to do that if, as soon as he gets up, the next thing's planned. So I do this too often, way too often, it's become predictable and people will start to observe and use the opportunity on me. But I like to stand over the opponent and hit him with either a throw, a sweep, or go into a good bread and butter combo. So you'll see me a lot of times rush up on somebody and throw the little elbow out because I'm hoping to hit the elbow into the elbow is standing medium punch. So standing medium punch or strong into standing medium kick or forward, and then I can go into whatever I want to, knocking him down again, and then taking more opportunities. I have to watch and see how they react to it to know what I'm going to do. For example, if he wakes up and he grabs a lot, I might want to keep doing that because I can throw him off his game. If he wakes up and he goes straight in the block, I might want to start grabbing. If he starts back dashing, it's probably better for me to sweep. So whatever I can observe him trying to do to get away from my plan, I can then execute a new plan and make him have to be on the defensive again. And every time I execute my plan, I'm back in the driver's seat. I get to create my offense around his defense. He has to decide what he wants to do with what I'm doing. So we'll try to see how that goes with this Armika match. By the way, that Armika costume is great. That costume is so good. Those Monster Hunter themed costumes are awesome, man. Oof, so good. All right, so we're seeing a lot of throws. This is like I think I said in the last video with the Ken. I don't think this player is using their throws as a way. Ooh. Next hit wins. Next Fraggle Rock. Anyway, I don't think this particular character is using their throws a lot as a way of compensating for what they don't know. I think this particular character is using their throws a lot to try to keep pressure going. Well, I guess it's still compensating because they're not sure, you know, the best avenue to go other than to throw. So if I can keep pretty good distance after, especially after that little butt attack or the drop kick, if I can keep pretty good distance between them, there's not much he's gonna be able to do to me. All right, I'm in the corner. I don't want to be in the. Well, he threw me out of the corner. He jumped in. If I observe you jumping, I'm trying to give you as much space as possible, because when you jump in, that gives me the opportunity to do my Schneider, which is an invincible attack. So you'll see me do that an awful lot. I should have done it right there. See, I lost that game because I did not execute the plan right. I observed what he was doing. I thought I had it planned in time to a T, and I thought I had my space the way I needed it. But because I didn't execute my spacing and my timing right, he gets the win. Or she. We'll say she because that's the character display. I think that's the easiest thing to just call people by their character. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl or not, but your character is fully girl, so that's who you are. Right now, I saw that my opponent likes to use their space. Because my opponent likes to use their space, I'm going to start using further pokes. When they jump, I'm going to tag them in the air as much as possible. Try to create opportunities for my opponent to jump. Once I see that my opponent takes the bait, once I observe him doing that, I can execute and go from there. I know I gave you those four in order. They're not necessarily in order. Sometimes you can create an opportunity early on, observe how your opponent reacts to it, and then execute. Sometimes you can create and execute from there, if you have the good enough game plan. Good throw, but not enough. Falke running over you, baby.
There was no fear.
Round two.
Not doing poorly. I really hate that attack, the shot. I still don't know the names of those, I don't think. But I don't like the one on the ground. It takes so long. And I think the real reason I don't like it is because I misuse the attack, and it usually ends up with me getting hurt. Oh, also I was wrong. I'll do a video about this, but Falke does have a lot more hit confirms than just the two that I was showing last time. She has a lot of quick hit confirm attacks that can go real well, because almost all of them still lead into her specials. But I digress. I was able to keep my opponent out, create opportunities for the opponent to think they have to try to fight their way in, and because the opponent was not able to fight their way in, I could just execute my game plan of getting pokes in, pokes in, pokes in. And by pokes, I mean her longer attacks. Now for the rubber match. Ooh, ooh. Once again. And the cool thing about that is one of her furthest reaching attacks is going to be that standing fierce. That's going to deal some of the most damage you can for one hit in the game. He's starting to throw. Because I know he's starting to throw, I jab to get him off me. I start guarding for the throw a little bit more. And then I just keep pretty good distance. Because if he wants to throw me, he's got to get in. Went forward, I saw he blocked. Tried to give him a little space that time. Oh, if I win this round. Oh, if I win this round. Listen. Listen, I don't care what character you play. Get you a character with some invincibility. Do you hear me? Get you a character with invincibility. It's so pretty. She's so pretty. Good little standing short to keep him off me. Executing my bread and butter combos really well. He's almost at 50% right now without hitting me, so I'm in the driver's seat. Now I can create whatever offense I want to and just see how he wants to react to it. I'm jumping a lot more now because I noticed my opponent backing up more. And not like a plan. Like, he's not backing up trying to get space so he can hit me. He's backing up so he can try to kind of get away from me and then try to run in and do something real quick. He's not reacting to what I'm doing. He's simply playing. So he got the observation. He sees me jumping in a lot. His opportunity, instead of taking the opportunity stage, his plan of attack was to execute and try to counter me on everything that I did. Because he didn't have a good, he didn't seize any opportunities there, because I wasn't using particularly safe attacks or anything. But because he skipped that opportunity step in his planning, his execution of his plan was not a strong plan. He didn't create a good plan. He didn't execute the plan well. It just didn't work well. And now I got a league up chance, baby. Yeah. Yeah. And it's Akuma. Now, the thing with Akuma is simply this. I have played against Akuma, and it doesn't go well.
Let's begin.
Round one.
It does not go well. So hopefully, we can turn the tide right here, right now. This will get us into Ultra Bronze, which is one step away from Silver, which is the goal. And right now, I'm just getting mauled. Alright, I saw him do the neutral jump, so I decided to take the opportunity to Schneider there. Executing the basic combos. Now you can see my opponent doing exactly what I'm talking about. I'm becoming predictable with my attacks and when I'll use them. Particularly Schneider. Oh, that was sick! I saw him do that, and because he was in the air, this is my goal on this one. Akuma spends a lot of time in the air. The longer he's in the air, the more I can hit with my Schneider, the Psycho Schneider. So my goal is, which is her little uppercut thing there. So my goal is to be ready every time he's in the air. If he leaves the ground, I should be punishing him. Like right there, I didn't punish him. Right there, I did punish him. And that's what we're gonna do. He is noticing that, and he's trying to keep pressure on me, make me block more. So if I block more, he can. I have to start guessing what he's gonna do, which makes it harder for me to execute my plan. B, see why I hate that move now? And that just stung. That would have been a perfect opportunity for Schneider. I didn't do it though, because a lot of times during this match, what you will notice, he will, what they call bait out. In other words, he will be in a position like he's going to be hit with a Schneider, and then he will, instead of being hit by it, he will simply block and then punish me afterwards. It's a very effective plan if you execute it properly, and he's executing it very well. But right now, we're still in a position to take this home. Get that Ultra, baby. Get that Ultra. Blocking the fireballs. Trying to keep pressure on him. Now he's got me back toward a corner, but I'm not too concerned. I don't mind fighting out of the corner. And that was game. See, that stinks. I had a very good opportunity when he missed his attack. I saw he missed it. I went for the kill, but I did not execute my bread and butter properly. And that's why you have to make sure you're ready for your bread and butter attacks, because that's literally the difference between, wow, I had no follow-up there. Make sure you know your combos, because that's literally the difference between me winning that round and losing that round. I also had an opportunity to do my EX Schneider right there. Did not work. Did not work. So you have to make sure that when you go through the process and start observing your opponent and start seeing the opportunities, you have to take those opportunities when they're available, because one false step and you don't get that second chance. Particularly against a character like Akuma, who has so many different options. Man has options for days. Which is why we love him. Should not be meeting him in the air, but it worked out pretty well. Nope, nope, nope. Really interesting neutral game here. Not really even. I guess it's the best neutral game that we had this game. Just us shooting stuff back and forth at different angles. Took a lot of damage right there. And I remember laughing at him because I was like, he's taking out too many resources right now. I can absolutely make a comeback. Absolutely make a comeback. I didn't check that most of the game. I didn't check that. That stinks. Now we're in one hit loses territory. I should have punished that. Should have punished that. So I'm seeing things. Well, I guess at least I'm seeing things now, and that's just bad because I didn't time the lower shot right. But I can see things now. I can observe things now that I could not during the game. I had a lot of opportunity that I wasted. Absolutely wasted. That'll lose you the match every time. Those jabs are really just there to keep me out of trouble. I should be blocking those and punishing. Yeah. And I don't know why he hits me with that every time. And that's perfect right there. He saw me wake up with that Schneider all the time. And because he saw me wake up with it, he was ready to counter. And that's it. I mean, there's nothing else to say. But as I keep going, that's the thing I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for see the opportunities or observe the opportunities, find a game plan and execute it, and then create the next plan. And we'll see how that goes later on. Either way, thanks so much for watching. If you like, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you like. Peace out!